Would you talk with us for just a minute about how trauma interferes or, maybe surfaces in a person's life when it comes to sex and sexuality? How does that manifest?
It depends. Okay. Everybody's different. And I know people always want like an answer, like this is how you'll notice it. So there are really, I'll give you three main ways.
Okay.
Two of them being this one I see the most commonly. But the first is we can like be having a quote unquote healthy sex life, but we don't enjoy it. We don't feel like we can say no. A lot of times we dissociate. It can be painful and we just don't speak up to our partner. And it's not that our partner's abusive or taking advantage. It's just, we don't know any other way. Okay. So that's probably one of the most common. And I hear that a lot, but the other two happen just as frequently. The next that we don't talk about enough is how those of us who've been abused or just have a really difficult time with sexual intimacy for one reason or another can utilize sexual relationships as a way of re-traumatizing or self-injuring. And I know that people are like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to hurt yourself? We are trying to cope with what's happened. We don't know what healthy sex looks like. And this could be even in the form of, I've had a lot of viewers over the years tell me that they, became a prostitute for many years as a way to cope and also to take back control over the sexual experience, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm choosing to do this, or we could just be hypersexualized also in life. Like, I'm the one that decides to now. I make the decisions. And that can be very empowering, but at the same time, it doesn't really heal the root cause. So that's another way it can present itself. And then the third is complete lack of it, not like isolating. That's very common, right? If we worry that the world's an unsafe place, or we've been shown how bad the world can be, to allow someone to get that close to us. A lot of times my patients and viewers alike will tell me that even having someone touch their body is just too much.
Right.
And so we just retract, right? We cut off from anything and potentially anybody. Some of my patients and viewers over the years have told me how, well, I just asked for a job where I could work from home most of the time, and they become kind of agoraphobic where they maybe don't want to leave their home.
So let's follow up on those last two that you did. Do you believe there is a correlation between hyperactive sexual desire and any type of childhood sexual trauma, and why do you think that is?
I mean, I don't think it's in every case. Some people are just very sexual. And I don't want anybody to feel like how they are is bad or wrong in any way. But I believe there's a really high correlation. It's because of the kind of what we were talking about before, the shame and the lack of a voice, and feeling like a lot of times when we come out of an abusive situation, we don't feel like we know who we are because the other person called all the shots and told us what to do. And we didn't feel like we had a voice to say it or do differently.
Right.
And so you can see kind of like what I said, like taking it back, like I'm the one that says I want to do this. And then in a way, the thing that's great, that's amazing about humans is we're always trying to redo things and have a better outcome. I know it can be crazy making, but if we've been sexualized as a child or been, in an abusive situation, felt like we didn't have a voice, we couldn't make decisions, of course, we're going to try to take those same situations back and do them differently. And so going out into the world and, I had a patient years ago who'd said, I would just go to parties and try to pick up a guy. Like that was what I would do. And then I'd take him back and I would have sex with him because it was part of me saying, no, I chose this person. I'm deciding to do this. And it's like, we're trying to find the power that we didn't maybe have at the time of the abuse.
And that's one reason why some individuals who have been abused and who are interested in BDSM find a lot of healing in BDSM is because then they have control over those scenarios that they didn't have control with before.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's like we're physically doing the acts. Yeah. I mean, honestly, as close as we could to it, but we have full control.
It's very empowering.
Yes. Yeah, it can be healing. I would urge people that while that can be healing, I feel like we still need the extra component of, EMDR therapy, schema
Right.
therapy, some form of therapy that could be beneficial for you, to talk it through, process it, so that yes, we can do BDSM if that is still something we enjoy, but we don't have to do it as a means of healing. You know what I mean? I just
Mhm.
want that, you can still heal.